right. So right now I'm going to take a look at Burnout Paradise Remastered. So this game originally came out on the Xbox 360, and so we're only going back 2 gens. Now the remastered version, which is what I'm playing now, this came out also on the Switch. But this is up on Game Pass. I've passed over this a few times, and I figured, what the hell? Let me try it out, right? So, might as well jump in and see what this is all about. I don't play. I like racing games. I don't play a lot of them consistently. I'm kind of all over the map when it comes to racing games. I'll live for a little bit. You know what? I just never like consistently stick with them. I love Forza. I could probably do a video on Forza. I love that one. I play Need for Speed. I've just never been. I've never been like a guy who will play through a whole game.
The home of burnout driving.
So I'm curious to see what this is about. Is this open world? Is it regular? I honestly don't know much. I never played this game when it originally came out.
The city has miles
So
of
I
open
honestly, like, in looking at this game, look at the map, looks awesome. I honestly, I don't even know if I'm able to actually explore all of it, you know, and just get into trouble, or is it one of those things where it's gonna section me off to specific races?
When you want some real
So
action,
Paradise
pull up at the
City, I
traffic
mean,
light.
I guess it's
Then you're
supposed to be
real.
what, like Miami or
Every
LA?
intersection is a new adventure. Events in Paradise City
So I'm
finish
guessing
at
because they're
1
showing me the
of 8
map,
locations. One
I
at each point
am
of the
going
compass.
to assume that this
North
is
of
somewhat
the
open
city
world.
is the country club.
I'm sure for those of you who've
With
played
Coast
this, you're
Guard
probably
HQ
thinking,
in
like,
the
dude, you don't
northeast.
know, but I
The
legitimately,
Waterfront Plaza on
I
the
have,
East Coast.
I've picked the case
In the
up
south
at my
is
retro
the Wild
game
West
stores that I go
baseball
to all the
stadium.
time. I've picked it up probably
The
like
Naval
10
Yard in the
times,
South Bay.
and I've never bought it.
Lone Stallion Ranch,
I've
southwest of the
played, like I said,
The
between
wind
this,
farm
Need
in
for
the West
Speed,
Hills,
I'm in and out of these
and
kind
in
of
the
games. I've
Northwest
never stuck with
Mountains,
it.
it's
But
the
this game
adventure.
literally has been sitting up on Game Pass for a
As a
minute.
newcomer to the
It's
city,
part
you've
of
been
EA
granted a
Play,
learner's permit.
and I figured, like,
Winning
why don't I
events
just
leave
give it a
your mark on your
shot?
license. When you win enough, we'll upgrade your license and give you a new car.
From what I
The world
understand,
is
this is a
full
little
of
bit more like a
surprises.
loose kind
We'll
of
keep you up to date
arcade
as you go.
driver.
What
I
happens
think
next is complete.
I think the PS3 360 era is probably the end of like the arcade driving type games. Like they were really they
This
peaked
is
out,
Fresh
I think,
FM, and I'm
going back
DJ
to like
Atomica.
Sega
Fresh from
Genesis,
Radio Big to be your
Nintendo
guide to the streets
64,
of
maybe into
Paradise
the
City.
PS1, PS2
First thing we
era.
need is a picture
You know,
for your
sixth
learner's permit.
generation. I think it
This will have to
is.
do for now. This learner's permit
It's
lets you
certainly
drive
one of those
anywhere in
things
Paradise City. The best drivers
where
have a
the
burnout
arcade
driver's
racers
license, but you've got a
got
lot to
pushed
prove
back
before you can earn one
in
of those.
favor of the Sims. You know, the
Now, let's go to
Forzas
the
of the
junkyard to
world,
fix you up
Gran
with a set of wheels.
Turismos, Project Gotham Racing. I guess I don't know how.
This Hunter Cavalry is all we have
Seriously,
for you today. It's a stunt class car, which means it's built for jumps
Wow.
and spins. It's a good all-around car, though. Perfect for a newcomer like you. Now, this car is a little beat up, so it'd be a good idea to find an auto repair shop and get it fixed before you get into any serious action. We've marked the nearest one on your map here. It's just around the corner on
All right,
Angus
they're
Wharf.
telling me where to go. to
Okay,
get this.
let's just check this thing still starts. Hold the accelerator to fire up the engine.
All right, so this is like. Cars there. Oh, my doors.
To call an event, just pull up at a traffic signal, then hold the brake and hit the gas. Any events you find are added to your map. discover a gate with a yellow sign, smash through it to find a shortcut.
Right now, just trying to get into. Where's the actual auto repair? Oh, here.
When you take a wreck through an auto repair for the first time, the burning route for that car is added to your map.
I can just like let's look at the map overall here.
Drive through any gas station for a quick boost refill. Gas stations are added to your map when you find them. Hit the e-brake to spin your car. Great if you miss a turn, but there's plenty more you can do with it.
Alright, it's cool that there's actually some functions to the gas stations and repair. I like that's cool. It's like a little touch. I think Grand Theft Auto should do that. You should have it where like, because there's gas stations all over the place, but they really have no purpose, and you could rob those stores, I guess. It'd be cool if like you could actually pull up to a gas station and do something. If cars had like fuel gauges, or, maybe their health meters, like in terms of their fuel, like their health, you could actually go and get that charged at the gas station.
Burning routes are tailored to specific cars. Come back when you're driving that car and beat the challenge for a special reward.
Yeah, I did add some function too. I want to add some function. This city, the map is beautiful. So this is not it's a little bit of an arcade racer in terms of like, this is obviously not supposed to be Gran Turismo or Forza, but it's a little bit of an empty map. It reminds me of like those like Sega racing games and Nintendo 64 racing games like Rush, San Francisco Rush, and Cruising USA and stuff, where the maps were always awesome, but they were like, you know, they're not like fully fledged, filled out cities, right? Like, you clearly are missing like little
flat spin your car, head for a ramp at top speed, then hit the e-brake
like, not a lot of traffic, but it's cool. I mean, it's fun to drive around and just mess around. I get it. I get the deal.
Find the ramps marked with flashing lights. They're the best places in the city.
This is definitely a game that, I mean, first of all, if you have Game Pass, then this is an easy win. It's fun. It's fun to mess around. It's fun to drive around. I mean, I'm not even like doing the races yet. I'm just kind of like.
You feel like a fast color change? Drive through a paint shop. Finding a drive-through for the first time adds it to your map.
Okay. So, I mean, this is the kind of thing like, because the game is free, this makes perfect sense. Like, just hop in and, you know, or it's not free, but it's part of your Game Pass, right? So just get in there and like mess around. You know, see what it has to offer. You know, it's like definitely pick up and play. I've never played this before, and controls are pretty easy. It's definitely, like I said, it's definitely got the arcade element to it. this is the map is really pretty. I mean, one of the best maps of all time, actually, in a game that gets no attention, is the Crew. Play like the Crew 2, I think, is the one I have. That came out on Xbox One and PS4. I have it on my Series X. I have to install it later. The Crew is gotta be. It's the biggest map I've ever seen. It's the whole United States, and it's an awesome map. I mean, if you just want to like listen to music and just drive around in a car, there's nothing to do. It's a barren. Activity-wise, it's boring, but you can fly, you can drive, you can ride a boat. Just in the mood to do something like that, I highly recommend it. It's fun. Okay, so I must have. Okay, yeah, I did. I circled. I kind of wanted to go out into like the country. The next like race opportunity I was going to take. Decent soundtrack, you know, like a lot of rock music and stuff. I'm out on the highway here.
Build up your collection of cars, then find a junkyard like this one to switch your ride. There are 5 junkyards to find in Paradise City.
Alright, so they got a junkyard as like your storage place. And you can find other vehicles and stuff. Alright, that's interesting. So I just drove in. Did I just collect this thing? This bike? Or... I just want to do a race. Nice. Oh, they call it something else. They call it
Get ready to race. You are here. Race southwest to the Naval Yard.
How am I supposed to? So it's a little weird because when you're doing the race,
The compass
it's
at
not
the top
telling
of
you.
the screen points to the finish line, and the road signs help you find the next turn. Any shortcuts you'll have to find for yourself.
Doesn't seem I can't tell. Am I going the right way or not? Or is it just a total free-for-all to get to the Navy? Feels like a free-for-all. They're not telling me like I have to go through checkpoints. But they're all going to get there before me based on them taking that other road. I should have turned earlier. But, alright.
Another driver off the road to score a takedown and pick up a boost bonus.
Oh, wow.
Event wins are shown on your driver's license. Keep up your winning streak to advance to the next license.
I won that race because I smashed 2 cars off the road after going basically the long way for no reason.
When your car is falling apart, get to an auto repair for an instant repair. Auto repairs are added to your map when you find them.
Alright, so, I mean, look, that the races are a little chaotic, but I get it. Like, they're trying to be chaotic. This game is not trying to be, like, perfectly clean and organized in that way. It's supposed to be a little bit of a chaotic mess. You're supposed to feel the turbulence, feel the uneasiness. I think it's pretty cool. Like, it's fun. Like, it's an arcade type racer. The map is really pretty. I think there's a lot of fun to be had. This is a solid game. This is an easy pickup if you are what do you call it? Let's go. Try that one. This is an easy pickup if you are playing this on Xbox and you have Game Pass. This is like a no doubt. Nice. Yeah, if you have this on Game Pass, it's easy. You just download it, no problem. If you have to buy it, it's probably a couple bucks. Is it worth the purchase? I don't know. I mean, that's really like, you know, for you to decide, like, on the situation or whatever. I mean, I think it's solid. I would recommend a download and install. You can't play this on cloud, so understand that committing to playing this game on Game Pass means a download, which is not a big deal. It's not a big game, so it's not going to take a bonus points. So I recommend it. I'm going to say this is a thumbs up. It's fun. Just messing around with the map. I would recommend this game. Just the map alone and driving around to me makes it worth a free install or a subscription-based install, I guess I should start calling it. But overall, the game is fun, the race was fun, and the map is pretty cool. It's definitely like it's bigger than it looked originally. So
There are burnout billboards all over Paradise City. Can you smash through them all?
a lot of smashing to get upgrades and boosts and stuff. Yeah, this game is definitely worth it. Especially if you get home from work and you just want to play a video game just to chill out for a minute, listen to some rock music and just kind of zone out and not have to think too much in terms of drive really fast and just enjoy the soundtrack or whatever. I mean, that was part of the fun of some of the old school arcade games. The music was actually pretty cool, and you could just kind of get lost in that stuff. Which I think, oh nice, they got Alice in Chains Wood. Okay, now this is a must install. How many games have Wood on the soundtrack? One of my favorite songs. For those who don't know, Wood is spelled W-O-U-L-D with the question mark, is a tribute song, the second tribute song to a guy named Andrew Wood, spelled W-O-O-D, who was considered the founding father of grunge music. He was part of a rock band called Mother Love Bone. Two of those guys became founding members of Pearl Jam. But he was the lead singer of that group, and he passed away from the loss of and the song is about the experience of a guy who's going through those issues and saying listen to the chorus, it's into the flood again, same old trip it was back then, drugs going in, so I made a big mistake. Can't you see it once my way? He's just kind of talking from the perspective of the person struggling with the addiction. The other tribute song to Andrew Wood, which was done by, I'm gonna blank on their name now. Candlestick, right? Their tribute to him is done from the perspective of friend of the person. It's about kind of leaving them behind. Right. Hearing that song Wood, man, that takes me back, and it's awesome to hear that on the soundtrack. Listening to that song, driving around on this map, this gorgeous map here. Yeah, this is an easy install. I'm probably skipping by some what do you call it? Some potential races, but I just wanted to drive. Alright, so yeah, I recommend this game. Pick it up and keep having fun like I always do in the corner arcade.